Spain we have very strange schedule, and our time for having lunch is later than in any other countries. We don't used to have lunch before 2 o'clock, between 2 and 3, and then dinner is not before 9 o'clock. Because the important city in Spain, Madrid is the capital. You know, Barcelona is also a nice and industrial city, and is located 650 kilometers away from here. Entering in Madrid from this highway, we'll stop in a beautiful place that is the Plaza de Toros. Plaza de Toros is the bullfight ring that is one of the topics of the Madrid or many Spanish history. Many people coming to Spain, they think that they are going to see the two things for what Spain is more well known. Maybe tapas, that is right, is the way we used to have lunch. So eating together different portions of food put together, all together in a dish, in order to be shared by all the friends that are around the table. That is mean comer de tapas, to have lunch by tapas. And the second thing why Spain is well known is the flamenco show. That is truth also, but not everyone knows how to dance the flamenco. No, it's difficult. For example, I don't have idea of how to dance flamenco. I think George doesn't know as well. ¿Tú bailas flamenco, Jorge?
No.
It's very difficult to know. Flamenco is a dance of the south of Spain. There in the area of Andalusia, yes. In that area, in cities like Sevilla, Granada, Cordoba, in those cities, everybody dances flamenco. That is right. But in the rest of Spain, it's more difficult. Anyway, you can find a lot of places, theaters where they performance flamenco dances. And then after that, the third maybe topic of Spain is bullfight. Bullfight still exists in many cities, not in all Spain, but in some cities even bullfights are performance. For example, here in Madrid. And in Madrid, the bullfight season will start at the end of this month of March. And as this is a very old tradition, a typical tradition of Spain, we're going to stop there in the bullfight ring. A part of that because the building itself is so beautiful. It's a beautiful building that maybe you haven't seen ever, no? So that the style of the building is Moorish style, and so reminds the Arabian architecture. It's very nice, and so that we are going to stop there in order you to be. I don't know if it is a coincidence, but Dr. Fleming was born in Scotland. They got very surprised that here in the bullfight, in the Spanish Madrileñan bullfight ring, there were a statue dedicated of Dr. Fleming. It's going to appear very quickly, the bullfight ring. Very nice, very big. It has a capacity for 23,000 people. 23,000, so it is very big. And sometimes the bullfight ring get fit, so completely full of people, because even now there are several people that like bullfighting.
¿Dónde os dejo, Mariano?
Donde te venga bien, donde puedas un poco aparcar, da igual. So that is on the right side, bullfight ring. Look at how beautiful it is. We are going to stop a little bit, and from there you can take a beautiful picture. Also, because around you will see the statues of many bullfighters.
Look who we are the dreamers. We make it happen, cause we believe it. Look who we are the dreamers. We make it happen, cause we can see it. Here's to the one that kept the passion, respect, oh yeah. Here's to the one that can imagine, respect, oh yeah.
But it's because the penicillin cured along the history the injuries of many bullfighters. So that the statue is nice because it represents a bullfighter that is thanking Dr. Fleming. And Dr. Fleming is represented in a bust, in a national healthcare system, and it is called Gregorio Marañón. Gregorio Marañón was a Spanish doctor, very well known. So, and also the entrance of the hospital is nice because there are staircases, and that is good to take pictures. So we are going to stop just a little there, and then after that we go directly to the restaurant that is in a nice place of the city. Is in the city center, so it's nice, the restaurant. Alcalá Street. Alcalá means the castle in Arabic. We have a lot of words that come from the Arabic language because Arabian Muslims stayed in Spain very long time because they invaded Spain at the beginning of the 8th century, and they stayed here many centuries until Spain was freed. So that they left their culture in Spain, and also part of the language derives from the Arabic language. Now Madrid, to tell you some generalities about Madrid. Madrid, as we said before, is the capital of Spain. And Madrid is located in the middle of Iberian Peninsula. You know, Iberian Peninsula are Spain and Portugal together. And Madrid is located just in the geometrical center of Iberian Peninsula, so that maybe King Philip II, that at that time was also King of Portugal, decided to move the capital from Toledo, that was the place of the old capital, to Madrid. So Madrid became capital in 1561. And in that moment Madrid started to grow, and at the end became a big capital and a big city as is it today. Madrid now is one of the largest capital of the European Union. It has 3.5 million inhabitants. So Madrid is big in population, and also it's the biggest city in Spain. Madrid is far away from the sea. The nearest coast is almost 400 kilometers away. And the nearest beach, as a consequence, is Valencia, the coasts of Valencia. Also, Madrid geographically is a high capital, a high city. Average to sea level, Madrid is 700 high. So it is a high city, and it is very dry. There is not humidity in the air as you can feel in your skin and maybe in your face, in your lips. No, Madrid doesn't have any humidity. It's very dry, the atmosphere in Madrid. Also the hairs feels that the dryness of Madrid, no? Madrid used to have a continental weather, so we have very cold winters and very hot summers. And now, as we told before, this time, the spring, the beginning of spring is the best probably of the year, because the temperature is very warm and nice. Even though we need rain, it has to rain in Madrid, not in those days you are here, but in the future it has to rain in Madrid, because we have had a very, very dry winter. And this is the hospital on the right side. The hospital Gregorio Marañón.
Rather be lost in the lights, lost in the lights, and out of the night. Can you be on the pain? Each night you spin me up high, emotions are nice.
For example, this area is the southwest part of the city, and is an area of apartments. As you see, it's not commercial, also it's not monumental area as well. We have the metro in Madrid, different entrance. Metro is very extensive in the city. We have 400 kilometers of metro in Madrid, so it's a better way of transportation, the better considered way of transportation by the citizens. Madrid also has a river, and that river is called Manzanares. The Manzanares. You know the meaning of manzana? Manzana is apple. Manzana, apple. Manzanares is the name of the river, and it takes its name from Manzanares el Real, and that is a place, a little town where it passes through, and that place is full of apple trees. That's why the river is called Manzanares. But Manzanares is a small river, and it's not just in the middle of the city. It's a little bit apart of in the southern part of the city, and it's not so easy to see the Manzanares, also because it is only 90 kilometers long. So Madrid is one of the European capitals that doesn't have any big river as the other. For example, if you think about Paris, London, Vienna, Budapest, Bucharest, Berlin, all those capitals have a river, big river, but not Madrid. And Madrid only have the poor Manzanares, the very humble Manzanares. So this area is nice area, as you can see here around. It is a residential area, not commercial, no shops, wide area, tranquil. It's like in a side of the avenues, and not so tall buildings. So it is also an expensive area because it is very close to the biggest park of Madrid, is Alcalá. Is Retiro Park. Retiro Park is the one you see in front of us, and that one that is there is Retiro. Retiro means the resting place, and it was the resting place of the royal family. In fact, the royal family built a palace inside this area, this very green area, to spend their free time, their leisure wanted to rest, and that palace was built in 1630, was inaugurated at the time of the Habsburg dynasty, that were the first monarchs we had in Spain. And they built their palace there inside that nice and beautiful park, the Retiro. But the palace doesn't exist anymore because it was destroyed by Napoleon. When Napoleon invaded Spain in those fights against Napoleon, the palace was destroyed. But anyway, the garden continues, and it is very nice, and is one of the most beautiful green areas of Madrid. It has a lake inside, and also a palace that we call Crystal Palace, Palacio de Cristal, because it was a greenhouse in the past, but now it has become a museum, a modern art museum. But the structure, the architecture of the palace is very nice because everything is made of crystal, of glass. The Retiro Park has a perimeter of 5 kilometers. It's very, very nice. So all the areas around the Retiro are the best of Madrid, and also quite expensive. Now we are entering in the part of the, and we will reach the train station called Atocha. That was the first railway station built in Madrid. It was inaugurated in 1892. And the train station is going to appear there in front of us. But before the train station, on the left side, you see a monument that is a pantheon. On the left side, a pantheon. So there are tombs of many politicians of the past 19th century that were buried there in that pantheon. And now on the left-hand side, the train station. The train station is made of bricks. It is very nice, and inside the train station there is a garden, a tropical garden that was planted 30 years ago. The plants have grew up and now are very nice. And going inside the train station, you feel that you are surrounded by another atmosphere, no green atmosphere inside a train station. There is another train station similar to this one in Paris. Gare d'Orsay, and now the Gare d'Orsay has become a museum of impressionists painters, and similar to that one, in fact they are of the same century, is this one of Atocha. So the train station on the left side, on the right side an archaeological museum, anthropological actually museum, beautiful trees with flowers on the left hand side, and is the Ministry of Agriculture. It's nice, it's very nice. So this square is called Atocha Square. The name comes from certain plants that were grew here that were called atochares, and from atochar comes Atocha. Now this train station is very famous because we have a lot of high-speed trains in Spain, and all of them departure from here. We have a high-speed train that goes to Toledo, that was the old capital, another to Seville in the south, Malaga, also Valencia, that is the coast, the nearest coast to Madrid. Also another go to the north, to Galicia. So a lot of high-speed trains. All of them start here in the Atocha train station.